When I got home early Monday evening, I wasn't the least bit surprised to find that Lena had already finished reading Grammy's book, and she thought it was wonderful. I had just about started chapter 3, and between work and mom catching up over wedding arrangements, I didn't actually finish it till Thursday night. And okay, I may be biased, but I thought it was incredible. Oh, I have to mention, Mom's reaction when I told her what happened with Marcus was hilarious. Her exasperated cry of,
She did what?
will live with me forever. Lena wasn't working that weekend, so we drove up to Grammy's together. As we pulled up, Marcus was just coming out of the door. Hi, Marcus. I grinned as we got out of the car. How's she been treating you? He returned my grin.
Hey, Zoe. Great. She's a pussycat.
He added quickly,
I'm headed into town to make some arrangements and some follow-up research. I should be back tomorrow afternoon. Is that okay?
I thought you were just here for the week? I queried.
Catherine's booked me up for the month.
He replied. Oh, I guess she really likes you. So we joined Grammy in the living room and Lena made us some tea. Grammy was just telling us how wonderful Marcus was and how far he had come with his research when her cell phone rang. She picked it up, and she seemed a little surprised at the caller ID. Then she answered it.
Hello. Richard? I didn't expect to hear from you so soon. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. My granddaughter and her fiancé are here. I think they'd like to hear this.
I was thrilled. This was Grammy's friend, the literary agent, about the book.
Hello, ladies.
A warm, friendly voice rang out as Grammy put the phone down on the coffee table.
I take it that's Zoe and Lena, yes?
Lena said hi, and I said, hello, Richard. Is this about Grammy's book?
Yes, it is.
He chuckled.
Now, Catherine, I know you said in your email that you didn't want any special consideration, but I'm afraid I couldn't resist. I took it home with me and read it over the weekend. Twice.
I gasped. That sounded promising.
First of all, I read it just for myself.
He continued.
Then I read it again in my professional capacity, assessing it as a marketable title.
He paused, and I was on the edge of my seat with excitement.
Catherine, you surprised me. I really think you've got something here.
I think I squealed with delight. I know Grammy smiled and Lena was beaming.
Most books of this type are generally rather dry and dusty. They're trying too hard to be taken seriously, so they become almost clinical. Yours was warm, genuine, even funny at times. You're honest, natural, and authoritative without being preachy. And I know your research is impeccable.
You really liked it? I couldn't contain myself.
Yes, I did.
He chuckled.
Very much.
Richard,
Grammy said.
you didn't have to do that.
I know.
He replied.
But I wanted to, not just because we're old friends, but also because, well, I don't know if you realize this, but I wouldn't even have this job if it wasn't for your husband.
Really?
Oh, yes. I'd always had ambitions to become a great writer, but none of my submissions ever came off. So Don said to me, why don't you get a job in publishing? Stick with it long enough and you can get to a point where you can publish any damn thing you want, whether it's any good or not.
Yes.
Grammy sighed.
That sounds like Don.
So here I am. I still haven't published anything yet. But one of these days...
So what happens now? I asked eagerly, grasping Lena's hand to stop myself bouncing off the walls.
Now I hand it over to one of our junior associates with my recommendations. I know of about half a dozen publishers who would jump at this, and another 3 who might consider branching out. He will put together a package and we'll see if we can't get a bidding war started. As you know, Catherine, it's not likely to make the bestsellers list, but I think you'll do pretty well out of this. You'll definitely top up your pension fund. I'll personally vet any offers and make sure you get the best deal.
Then how long before it actually gets published? I asked impatiently.
Ah,
He replied,
well, I'm afraid you'll find that in the world of publishing, things move pretty slowly until they don't. Then things get a little crazy. Let's just get the deal done first, okay, Zoe?
Okay,
Thank you, Richard.
Grammy said.
I owe you one.
No, you don't.
He replied.
This one's for Dawn.
And as a final note, just before he rang off, he added,
And I love the title, by the way.
Lena was ecstatic. We should celebrate, I said excitedly. Grammy sighed.
Honey, it's a little early, don't you think?
She picked up her cigarettes and we each took one. But this is huge, I continued. You're going to be famous. Yes, I was getting completely carried away, but I was so proud of my Grammy.
Zoe,
Grammy said as she lit up.
I really don't expect it to fly off the shelves, you know?
Still, I gushed. Okay, one glass of wine now to toast your success. Then lots of wine later. How's that sound? Grammy smiled.
Okay,
She conceded.
but just one.
So we toasted Grammy's book, and then Lena and I made dinner. Lena had gotten hold of her mom's recipe for roast chicken with leeks, potatoes, and a thick gravy. Grammy was delighted.
Marcus has kept me well fed,
She told us.
but mostly healthy vegetarian meals. Very tasty, but I need meat.
When do you think you might get back to work, Kathy?
Lena asked as we tucked into our lunch.
Only my mom keeps bugging me about coming up to see if she has a past life, too. You know?
Grammy smiled.
Well, I think I'll give it another week or so.
She said thoughtfully.
Then I'll start back on a looser schedule. I was surprised how much that session with Marcus took out of me. You know?
She took another couple of bites, then continued.
I mean, it's not like my job is particularly strenuous. I just talk, you know?
I thought about that for a moment, then said, Yeah, but you kind of go with them, don't you?
What do you mean, honey?
She asked. Well, I mused. They go back, in their minds, but you have to go with them, to guide them along. You know? Grammy paused.
You know? I've never thought of it like that.
She said.
I guess you're right.
Then she went quiet for a while as we finished our meal.
Lena, honey, would it be too terrible of me to ask if you could take care of the washing up whilst I have a word with Zoe?
Grammy asked apologetically.
Not at all.
Lena replied.
You two go ahead. I got this.
Thank you, dear.
So Grammy and I went into her office, she enthroned herself in the big chair, and I sat facing her. What is it, Gram? I asked. She took a few moments to compose herself, then she said,
I have an idea that I'd like to discuss with you.
Okay. I nodded. She actually seemed kind of nervous, but I smiled gently and let her take her time.
This whole thing with the accident,
She continued.
it's kind of made me realize that despite what I might think, I'm really not getting any younger. You know?
I could see that she was uncomfortable with this, but I just let her find her way.
And writing the book. You know? It made me realize just how many people I've helped over the years.
She took out her cigarettes, passed one to me, and we both lit up.
I may not like the idea, but sooner, rather than later, I'm going to have to think about retiring.
I was about to protest that she had years for that, but she held up a hand to stop me.
Okay. That's not going to happen anytime soon, if I can help it. But eventually,
She looked at me fondly.
Zoe, I think it would be good to know that my work could continue, even after I'm gone. You know?
I didn't follow, and I think she could see that.
What I'm trying to say, in a very poor manner, is that I'd like you to consider the possibility of following in my footsteps. Do you know what I mean, honey?
You mean, do what you do? Be a regression therapist? I replied uncertainly. Do you think I could?
Yes, I do, honey. You have a quality, a kind of natural empathy. I noticed it with Lena, with your mom, and even with Marcus to some degree.
I didn't know what to say.
And you get this. You know, what you said earlier
She continued.
about me going along with my clients. Honey, I've been doing this for years, and that never even occurred to me.
Nope. I still had nothing. Grammy took a puff of her cigarette, and I suddenly realized I had barely touched mine.
Just think about it. For now,
Grammy said.
talk it over with Lena. I think she'll agree with me.
My head was spinning. What Grammy did with her clients always seemed kind of magical to me. You know? Could I actually do that?
There's no rush.
Grammy added.
I'm not going anywhere. And besides, you have your job and your mother to contend with. Don't forget, you're getting married.
Oh, God, I thought.
Take your time. Wait till after you get back from honeymoon, or whenever you decide. But Zoe, please make your own decision. If you do this, I want you to do it because you want to, not because anyone tells you that you should. You know?
Okay, I replied.
And I won't be upset or even disappointed if you say no. I'll support your decision. Okay?
I nodded and finished my cigarette.
So,
Grammy said, getting up slowly.
shall we go and see how Lena is getting on with the washing up?
As Lena and I got ready for bed, I told her all about Grammy's idea.
Oh, baby, that's incredible.
She said excitedly.
Are you gonna do it?
I don't know, I replied. It just seems so.
I bet you'd be really good at it. You know?
I was still struggling to get my head around it. I'm not sure I could actually hypnotize someone. You know?
Kathy could teach you.
Of course. I know that. But what she does, it just seems like magic to me. You know? Lena could see my dilemma, so she pulled me close and gave me a kiss.
Honey,
She said,
you've already seen her hypnotize me. And your mom. And Marcus.
yes, I admitted, but I still don't understand it. Lena has this thing she does sometimes, where she kind of bites her bottom lip a little. Sometimes it's a sexy thing, but sometimes she does it when she's trying to think of exactly what to say. She was doing it now.
Do you want to do it?
She asked eventually. Yes? No? What am I saying? Of course I want to do it. It's amazing. It's just. It was all too much. Too much in my head. Too much in my heart, not enough words to cover it. Lena gently brushed my cheek.
Okay, here's what I think.
She said.
If you really want to do it, you should.
Then she suddenly decided.
No, here's what you do. Just ask Kathy to teach you. Then, if it turns out you're not good at it, which I think is impossible, by the way, then that's it. You know?
At last, something that made sense to me. Okay, I said. But after the wedding, we've got enough to deal with right now. Still, that night I couldn't sleep. So I snuck out of bed, grabbed my sketch pad, and tried to come up with a cover design for Grammy's book.